Picture this. You're standing in front of the stunning St. Peter's Basilica, ready to step inside and take in the awe-inspiring beauty. But wait, you're stopped at the entrance. Why? Because of what you're wearing. In Italy, churches are not just tourist attractions. They're sacred spaces with a deep cultural and religious significance. That means there's a dress code to follow, and it's pretty strict. Think covered shoulders, no shorts, and skirts or pants that go below the knees. It might seem like a hassle, especially on a hot summer day, but it's all about respect. A simple solution? Always carry a lightweight scarf or shawl in your bag. It could be your ticket to seeing some of Italy's most beautiful interiors. Don't expect restaurants to serve dinner early. Craving a delicious Italian meal after a long day of sightseeing? Well, if it's 5:30 p.m., you might be out of luck. Italians take their time with meals, and that means dinner typically doesn't start until around 7:30 p.m. or even later. If you're used to eating earlier, this can be a bit of a shock. But here's the thing. This later dining time is part of what makes dining in Italy so special. The streets come alive, the air is filled with mouth-watering aromas, and everyone seems to be enjoying the evening. If your stomach can't wait, go for an aperitivo, a light snack with a drink, around 6 p.m. It's the perfect way to tide yourself over and experience another Italian tradition. Don't rush your meals. In a hurry to check off all the items on your Italian bucket list? Well, if there's one place you should slow down, it's at the dinner table. Italians view meals as a time to relax, savor, and connect with others, definitely not something to rush through. Imagine sitting in a cozy trattoria, the sound of clinking glasses and laughter filling the air, and you're just starting to feel at home. Then, before you know it, you're being handed the check, because you asked for it way too early. Rushing through meals is considered impolite and can even cut short your experience. Instead, take your time, enjoy each course, and soak in the ambiance. Trust me, that extra hour spent at the table is worth it. Don't overpack your itinerary. Trying to see all of Italy in one trip? Let me stop you right there, because this is a classic mistake that could ruin your entire experience. Italy is overflowing with incredible sights, and it's tempting to try and see them all. But cramming too much into each day can lead to burnout and missed opportunities to truly enjoy the moment. Instead of racing from the Colosseum to the Vatican to the Trevi Fountain all in one day, consider slowing down. Focus on a few key experiences each day and give yourself time to wander, discover hidden gems, and really immerse yourself in the local culture. Remember, it's not about how much you see. Don't assume English is spoken everywhere. Think everyone in Italy speaks English? Think again, especially when you venture beyond the tourist hotspots. It's easy to assume that you can get by with just English, especially in major cities like Rome or Florence. But the truth is, once you step into smaller towns, or even certain neighborhoods, English speakers can be few and far between. Italians appreciate when tourists make an effort to speak their language, even if it's just a few basic phrases like buongiorno, good morning, or grazie, thank you. Learning these small courtesies can go a long way in making your interaction smoother and more enjoyable. Plus, it shows respect for the local culture. Don't skip the local etiquette. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it, especially in Italy, where etiquette is everything. Italians are big on manners and social niceties. Greeting people with a buongiorno or buonasera before diving into a conversation is more than polite. It's expected. And don't forget to say prego when someone thanks you. This attention to detail is part of the Italian charm. Ignoring these small but important customs can make you seem rude or inconsiderate. So, take a moment to brush up on local etiquette. It's an easy way to show respect and connect with the people you meet. Don't forget to validate your train ticket. Ready for a scenic train ride through the Italian countryside? Not so fast. Don't forget this crucial step, or it could cost you. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of boarding a train in Italy, but before you do, there's one important thing you need to remember: validating your ticket. Unlike in some countries, simply buying a ticket isn't enough. You need to stamp it in one of the yellow machines before boarding, or you could face a hefty fine, even if you have a valid ticket. It's a simple process, but it's easy to forget if you're not used to it. So, before you step onto that train, make sure your ticket is validated to avoid any unpleasant surprises. Don't expect the same pace as back home. Life in Italy runs at its own speed, and trust me, it's a lot slower than what you might be used to. In Italy, the pace of life is often more relaxed, especially in smaller towns and rural areas. Stores might close in the afternoon for a riposo, and meals can stretch on for hours. This slower pace is part of what makes Italy so special, giving you the chance to truly savor the moment. But if you're used to a fast-paced lifestyle, it can take some getting used to. Instead of fighting it, embrace it. Use this time to unwind, enjoy the scenery, and connect with the local culture. After all, isn't that what travel is all about? Don't skip tipping, but don't overdo it. To tip or not to tip? That is the question when dining out in Italy. Tipping in Italy can be a bit confusing, especially if you're coming from a country where tipping is standard practice. While tips are appreciated, they're not always expected in the same way. In most cases, rounding up the bill or leaving a few extra euros for excellent service is perfectly fine. Over-tipping can actually be seen as strange or unnecessary, so when in doubt, keep it simple. A little goes a long way, and it's more about the gesture than the amount. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Ready to make a grand entrance? Hold on, because being the loudest in the room might not win you any fans in Italy. Italians are known for their passionate conversations, but there's a big difference between lively and loud. Being overly loud, especially in public spaces like restaurants, trains, or historic sites, is generally frowned upon. It can come off as disrespectful, and it's a quick way to draw unwanted attention. Instead, try to match the local vibe. Engage in conversations, but keep it at a respectful volume. This way, you can enjoy your time without inadvertently annoying those around you. So, there you have it. The top things not to do when visiting Italy. From respecting local customs to taking your time with meals, these tips will help you avoid common pitfalls and make the most of your Italian adventure. Italy is a country filled with beauty, history, and incredible experiences just waiting to be discovered. By keeping these don'ts in mind, you'll not only avoid awkward moments but also gain a deeper appreciation for the Italian way of life. Remember, the best trips aren't just about what you see, but how you experience it. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're planning a trip to Italy or just love learning about travel, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tips and guides. We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you wish you'd known before traveling to Italy? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.